Welcome to the Optimized Health Podcast. I'm glad you're here because today we're breaking down one of the most common and frustrating myths in weight loss, the idea that all you need to do is eat less and move more. If that worked long term, most people wouldn't be struggling. You've been putting in the effort, cutting calories, exercising more, and yet your results don't match your discipline. The truth is, the traditional advice overlooks how your metabolism actually works. And that's what we're going to uncover today. Most people walking around with sluggish, dysfunctional metabolisms, not because they're lazy or undisciplined, but because something under the surface is off. This is what I mean when I say metabolic health. It's not just about your weight, it's about how your body is processing food, regulating energy, and responding to hormones like insulin, cortisol, and testosterone. If those systems aren't working right, fat loss becomes a constant uphill battle. So, what is metabolic health? Think of it like your body's internal engine. A healthy metabolism keeps your blood sugar stable, your hormones balanced, and your energy levels consistent. It means your body is able to efficiently convert the food you eat into fuel and tap into stored fat when it needs to. But when your metabolism is broken, it's like trying to drive with a parking brake on. You feel tired, foggy, inflamed, and stuck in fat storage mode. Now, the question is, what breaks the metabolism in the first place? There are a few core drivers. Number one is insulin resistance. If you see my earlier episodes, this is when your cells stop responding properly to insulin. That means more insulin is needed to do the same job. When insulin is chronically high, your body is stuck in fat storage mode. You're constantly hungry, tired, and struggling to lose weight, even when you're eating clean. Another issue is chronic stress and high cortisol. If your stress response is constantly activated, your body is in survival mode, prioritizing storing fat and burning muscle. Poor sleep, overworking, overtraining, and emotional stress all feed into this. Even if you're doing everything right, if your cortisol level is high and your nervous system is fried, your metabolism takes a hit. Then there's low testosterone, especially in men. Testosterone is your metabolic accelerator. It helps build and preserve muscle, which is your most metabolically active tissue. It also helps burn fat, improve insulin sensitivity, and stabilize mood and energy. But modern life, poor sleep, low protein intake, nutrient deficiencies, and lack of strength training is crashing testosterone levels. And many guys don't even know it. So when we talk about metabolic health, we're really talking about how these systems work together: your blood sugar, your hormones, your inflammation levels, and your lifestyle habits. If even one of them is off, your metabolism slows down. That's why so many men are frustrated. They're not being lazy, they're just trying to push a broken system harder. Now let's talk about how we fix it. First, stabilize blood sugar and lower insulin. That doesn't mean starving yourself. It means choosing foods that keep your insulin level low and steady. Focus on fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Cut back on refined carbs, processed snacks, and constant grazing. If you eat every 2 to 3 hours, your insulin never gets a chance to come down. Try spacing out your meals, and don't be afraid to experiment with time-restricted eating once you've stabilized your energy. Second, prioritize sleep and recovery. Most people think they need to train harder, but often they need to recover better. Poor sleep increases cortisol and insulin resistance. Even one bad night of sleep can lower your insulin sensitivity by 20 to 30% the next day. Build a sleep routine. Cut out screens at night, get sunlight in the morning, and don't eat right before bed. Number 3, build muscle. Muscle is your metabolic engine. The more lean mass you have, the more calories and glucose you burn at rest. That's why resistance training is essential, not just for aesthetics, but for health and longevity. If you're not lifting weights at least twice a week, that's your first step. Fourth, Address deficiencies. Vitamin D, magnesium, zinc all play a role in testosterone, insulin sensitivity, and energy production. If you're low, your metabolism will suffer. Even if your diet looks okay on the surface, these are easy to test and easy to fix. And last, track progress with the right labs. Don't just guess. There are specific tests I use with my clients to assess metabolic health. First one is fasting insulin. This is one of the earliest signs of insulin resistance, often before blood sugar rises. HOMA-IR test, a formula that uses fasting glucose and insulin to assess insulin resistance more accurately. Hemoglobin A1C, a 3-month average of your blood sugar, helpful but less sensitive than insulin. And finally, the Dutch test, a functional urine test that looks at cortisol rhythms, sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, and how well your body is metabolizing and clearing hormones. It gives insight into whether stress, inflammation, or hormone imbalances are affecting your metabolism. When you combine these markers with symptoms and lifestyle factors, you get a clear picture of what's going on. So the bottom line is this: metabolic health isn't about crash dieting or hacking your way thin. It's about getting your body working the way it's supposed to, so that fat loss happens naturally. When you improve your metabolic health, you don't just lose fat, you gain energy, focus, confidence, and long-term health. If you've been feeling stuck, frustrated, and like your body isn't responding the way it used to, this is where you start. Thanks for watching or listening to the Optimized Health podcast. If this resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want personalized help with your metabolism, hormones, or weight loss, I offer free consultations to see if my program is a good fit for you. Keep it simple, optimize your health, transform your life. Peace.